Why? Sorrows and pleasures we seek from this world. We ask, we want something, the world to oblige us with something. When we are obliged, we say the world is conducive, it's good, and really we are so happy. When the world does not oblige us with the thing we want, we are unhappy. We say, no, this is not the right place. So, a lot of agony, lot of sorrows, you see, lot of limitations. Why? We always find ourselves in limitations of time, place, and attributes. Time, we all know, Jatakasya Dhruvang Mrityu. Anybody who is born will die, we know that. But none of us ever wants to die. If at all, anybody is interested to saying that, yes, I don't want to live, I want to die because of some very serious ailments or some very unavoidable situation he is in, the moment that problem is addressed, he will also not say anymore that I want to die. He say, I would like to live. Why this? We know we are bound to die. The messengers of death, the old age, the disease, they are bound to come to us. We have to lift them up, we know. But none of us like the messengers of death. We want to live evergreen, ever young, like the Devatas, and enjoy. But we have to live the life with the messengers of the death and ultimately experience death also. Then why we do not like? Gentlemen, here comes the call of Vedanta. That is, probably, this is our innate nature. This is our innate nature, please mark, that makes us radiate negative feeling for all these things, that I may die, I may suffer, I may have old age, disease, bent. This is our our true nature is totality. And we love total freedom. I want to drive my car. I have a beautiful Lamborghini car. I want to drive it at 160 kilometers and a busy traffic. My car is competent, it can run, but I cannot. There are many things that restrains me from driving my car at a speed I wish to. Where I am now, we are all sitting in this hall, we are discussing a matter. How it would have been if we were somewhere else at the same time and had the benefit of this and that together? We want to be in two places at the same time, but we cannot. Here, we are limited in place. Like that, so far as attributes are concerned, we can never say ourselves at any point of time, I am the all-knower. On a particular knowledge, can I say at any point of time, anywhere, that I am the highest knower on that particular subject? There is always someone who is better up. There is always someone who is better up than the considerations I make on myself. And the total knowledge of all humans put together would also be less to know the whole of the knowledge. But these are the limitations we are experiencing, but we don't like it. We don't want to live with these limitations, but we are bound to. This is only because the false perception of ourselves, on us, that we are limited, that we are bound, and that we have to live restrictions with restrictions. I'll tell you a small thing. I'll ask you a small thing. If you were asked to be ethical while dealing with a financial matter of your corporation, a class 2, grade 2 officer, I don't know what your grading hierarchy system is. In the hierarchy, maybe in number 3, number 4 position officer will be asked to take a decision on a particular financial implication of the organization, which is the complication being like this, the given situation is like this. The employees, one employee is met an accident, some few met an accident, God forbid, let it never happen. One has gone, become lame. So naturally, the fellow's friends, they are asking for he has lost a leg and all that, so he should be properly compensated. Somebody else who is a leader, he comes to you. You are sitting on the gentleman with the spec, elderly person, regards sir. You are in the charge of making a decision. So he comes to you, the leader, and says, sir, they are asking undue leave for 20 lakhs rupees. This is too much. You give me 5 lakhs rupees and give them 3 lakhs rupees. With 8 lakhs, I will manage everything. An ethical question is there, na? What will you do, sir, yourself? You, sir, to pay 20 lakhs?
No.
Huh.
So after 3 lakhs.
So 8 lakhs you will not agree.
Okay.
By why you will not agree?
But that man.
Thereby you are going to put the corporation with 12 lakhs rupees loss?
No. That person, no. He is spent the life of a corporation. No, that we have to see.
Sir, you have done a very nice thing, sir. You have not agreed to pay 20 lakhs rupees, 8 lakhs rupees, but you are willing to pay 20 lakhs rupees. Now, I come as another laborer and challenge you, sir, what is your authority to spoil 12 lakhs rupees of the corporation?
No,
Why
that.
are you spoiling, sir? 8 lakh
No, that is that as per rules only I am giving now.
Then I will ask you another question, but I will not stop there. I will still come forward and ask you, gentlemen, how much you have fixed with the family, who will get 20 lakhs, sir?
So that I will try to prove that.
I will ask you again.
Yes, that I will answer. I will not take any amount from that.
You will not take any
Amount.
That is good to you, gentlemen. You know you are not taking money from any side. You are in the right place.
So if I know myself, that is.
There is one group in the corporation who is alleging you that you are benefiting from either of this side. You have to take the decision. What will you do? You are a man who is following principle, ethics in the life. What will you do?
So I know myself. So I will follow my own decisions. I will take my own decisions.
Bas. Thank you, sir. Please sit down. Sorry if I have disturbed you, sir. You will take your own decision without being biased or affected by the people, miscreants rather, those who have tried to misguide you. Here is born a paradox. I want to tell you ethics as it is, if we will discuss, it's a paradox. In every twist and turn, while dealing with ethics, you will be confronted with a paradox. The systems, the parameters that are laid and discussed vividly across the globe, and the set principles those we are following is not the right thing. ethics and ethical governance just cannot be limited to all that fixed parameters. It is about knowing the self, our nature. Explore yourself out. How? You know, when you see at times we see a rope and we confuse it to be a snake. What is affecting there? That is called, in English we will call it a superimposition, hallucination. A superimposition of fear on the object. The object is rope as well. But the fear psychosis is superimposed on that. In Vedanta we call it adhyasa. We call it adhyasa. This is what is a twist often one faces during dealing with ethics in ethical governance. Always one finds himself in a dilemma, at a loss. So, what we have to do? How can we face this problem? When we have to surrender our selves to what? Surrender yourself, we say. And often we get the example, Draupadi surrendered herself in Mahabharata when her modesty was being disturbed by Dusasana. How did she surrender? What did she surrender? She raised her hands and surrendered herself to Lord Krishna. I don't know who is Krishna. I don't know there is a God anywhere. I have never seen the God. I do not know what is his color, black, white, or wheaties or anything. I don't know where does he live and what does he eat. I don't know who is God. Why should I believe? No, gentlemen. I don't need to surrender to anybody like called God. I wish to surrender my false perception on myself. I am total. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vasishyate. Anybody there who can explain me the meaning of this shloka? Of course, sir, आप तो बोलिए ले, आप बोलिए please, sir. I would like to learn. Please, sir, बोलिए. No, somebody give a microphone to MD Saab, please. Say MD Saab. And anybody, can you give me a glass of water, please? Somebody, a bottle. No, it is there. Thank you.
The whole, it is about the totality in entirety, and the Veda tells us that nothing is subtractable, nothing can be added, because the whole is whole in itself. You cannot take anything, and what is Purna, that is all full. If you take anything out of it, then also it remains the full, it remains the whole. It talks indirectly about the Advaita also, when God is believed to be the one whole as a concept, and nothing is subtractable, nothing is added, and there itself, the concept itself is a wholesome concept.
Bravo. This is why I started my talk saying there is an embodiment of ethics and ethical governance here, and we need not discuss the topic with under the focus of the parameters fixed. That is just wasting time. See, Purnamada, Purnamidam, whatever Mr. CMD, Dr. Acharya explained, probably that's the best answer, best understanding. And I would love to add an example to it. you are, most of the guys, I think almost all of you are married. Your wife loves you, gives her 100% of love to you, 100% of love to your son, daughter, father, mother, everybody. Everybody gets 100%. After giving 100% to one, another 100% is still there to spare for another fellow. Still 100% is there to spare for another fellow. And she keeps on giving, distributing 100% of love to everybody, and it is always full. Never ends. So, what is the relevance of this thing to our topic? Are we going beyond the track, talking nonsense, spoiling your time? If there are 200 people in the hall, 200 man-hours are in the stake, I should remember, while speaking to you. 200 man-hours. It can bring a miraculous change for the nation. I should not have any authority to spoil your time talking nonsense. Gentlemen, full. Why I talked about this fullness? You are full. You are a totality. You are never. That is why whatever achievements we may make, whatever desires of ours are fulfilled, it is never quenched. We are never happy. Contentment is a word. I would call it the most powerful medicine for anyone to be relieved of any suffering. Any suffering. Contentment, what is contentment? You know, if anybody of you will ask me, what is your name? I will say, my name is Satchidananda. What is Satchidananda? There are many saints we come across, they are all Ananda, this Nanda, that Nanda, that Nanda. What is this Satchidananda? Sat means existence. Chit means awareness. Ananda means happiness. That means I am aware that happiness exists in me. I exist in happiness. Full happiness. I am the total of happiness. There is no place of unhappiness in me. The sooner I realize there is no place of unhappiness, sorrows, or discontentment is there in me, how do I need to use ethics anymore? Is there any ethics left to be used or utilized anymore, sir? Please correct me if anybody of you think that much more of ethics is still there to be utilized or to be used, put into action. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupa vibhu vyapya sarvatra sarvendriyanam sadame samattvang namukti navandha chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. What does this mean? I am Satchidananda. I am always Sadame Samattvang Vibhu Vyapya Sarvatra Sarvendra. The Supreme dwells in everybody, manifests everywhere in all that we see and in all our nasness make.